Yo, what's up? It's DNA, and I got this question from a very valuable viewer I got two questions from him. I'm gonna answer both of these in one video. The first question that he asked me was why he feels so. His exact words was that he feels like he's on autopilot, and in his head, basically, when he's around his friends and people that he kicks it with. And when he goes back home by himself or with his girlfriend, which is very valuable that you shared that part with me, he feels more like himself. The second question that he asked me was how I dealt with the trauma and basically bad times as a child. I'm going to answer them in reverse. What I did when I was a child in traumatic times, and you're not a child, which is not totally irrelevant, but I made a video called Look to Your Past to Last. You should definitely watch that. If your concern is you handling your own mental and emotional state and even physical state, you should really look to see what you did as a child to maintain certain personality traits and lifestyle traits, because that's what I did, and some of it helped, me just understanding that people have to regress sometimes, and that's just natural. It's sometimes automatic. The whole story with me being at the funeral and just feeling like it was too much, and just my intuition told me to color. Just color, bro. It's nothing else we can do. This music's not helping. You smoke cigarettes, not helping. Just color. And it made me feel so much better on a certain level. But what I did was exactly that. If you watched one of my last videos about following your dream, I've been writing ever since I was 9 years old, which is an awesome coping mechanism. Whether you believe in God or not, you're supposed to create. Your hands, your voice, your eyes, your mouth, your ears, your senses, your taste buds. Everything is meant for you to turn these senses into something that's a more fulfilling sensation for other people. One thing that I did was create. I wrote, I drew. Even before I was writing, since the age of 3 years old, when I told my grandma, like, look, I'm bored. I've been playing with my cars for the past, since the fucking big hand was on this and the little hand was on that. I'm bored, grandma. She would give me paper, pencil, paper, crayon, whatever. Create. Do something. Even if you're not a creative person, that's a muscle that can be built. Even if you are, an office jockey, if you live in your cubicle and you come home and you just feel like shit, cook something. Even if you're hungry as fuck, just kill it in the kitchen. Make something really nice. Even if it's basic, burgers, hot links, chicken wings, um, pancakes. Take your Get a beer with a nice beery taste, which is not a word, so don't use it again. Poke some holes in your burgers or your chicken, soak them in beer, and season it up. Seasons that you never even tasted before. Smell it, and just cook the fuck out of something. You don't have anything to do, just take 4 pieces of paper, tape them together, draw something nice. Write. Even if it doesn't rhyme. Write. Journal. Create. Don't internalize these negative or positive emotions. Get them out of your body. A lot of the positive emotions, yeah, they're supposed to be there. But if they're negative, turn them into something positive. It's called energy transference. And you can look that up by a brother named Ra Imhotep. IMHOTEP. Energy transference. Or it's called exaltation. EXALTATION. Till Scott taught me about that. Turn shit into sugar, basically. So that's how I dealt with everything. Talk to somebody. You have friends, you have a girlfriend, and you have me. One thing that you do need to do is that's going to help you, and I'm going to spill into this slightly. You need to build an empire. You need to build a family. The people that you hang around with, that is your business. You have to have friends, family, people, associates that you put into certain categories. Can you tell Tim, Bob, and Jim, Eric and Aaron, can you tell these people certain things? Can you trust them with certain information? Do you feel like you can vent to these people? Because if you can't, I'm not saying to throw them away, but you definitely need to find somebody who you're comfortable with telling your emotions to. And girls do this, guys do this. It doesn't mean that you're a bitch. It doesn't mean that you're less masculine or more feminine. It just means that you're a human being and you need to be able to tell somebody your fucking problems. And not everybody can be that person. The people that you go to the club with, people that you even know for years, those are not always the people that are going to be comfortable or just have the personality. It doesn't matter how long you've known them or how much you like them or vice versa. They're just not the person that you need to be venting to. You need to find 3 or 4 people who you can call back to back and talk about the same issues with. If your girlfriend's not that person, doesn't mean she's a bad person. You need to find some people that are going to emotionally support you, which is a big part of you having a healthy mental state and a healthy brain and a healthy mind and a healthy life and a successful life. And until you can find that, you need to find some form of art that is going to fulfill those emotional needs. Or it can be logical. If you like to build houses, if you like to make houses of cards, if you like to, get blocks, get a coloring book. If you can't find those things, start from the bottom up. But if you want to be successful, if you want to help people, you need to find some people that are going to emotionally support you. So important. And you already feel comfortable with me on a certain level. We live in 2 different countries. You're telling me all your problems. I don't have a problem with that. That's my personality. I love doing this. Second question. You feel like you're on autopilot. When I read that, the first thing I thought was you feel like you're out of body. You feel like you can't be yourself around your friends. You don't trust them. You have a certain level of confidence and self-love that has to be modified, altered, built, grown, developed. And maybe you don't like these people. You might. And I feel like these are the type of people that you can't emotionally vent to, whether they have their own shit going on so much or you think that they're so much more important than you. Whatever, you didn't tell me that. But what needs to be taken into account, you feel like you're on autopilot. Maybe these are clubbing friends. Maybe these are even people that you just watch the game with. Football or Quidditch. I don't know what's going on with that. But you feel like you can't be yourself around these people. You don't trust them. Even if you do trust them, you can't be yourself around them. You don't trust yourself. You don't think that they would like the real you. And you have to put on this facade around these people. You value them and their comfort and their safety more than you value your own, which is not okay. You can't be friends with these people if you don't trust them on a certain level. I'm not saying trusting them as far as you being in a coma for the next 10 years or them knowing that you want them to pull the plug. That's not what I'm talking about. They don't have to be your friends to know you and to be able to make life decisions for you. But if you feel comfortable, you're too much in your head. What you do is you treat these dudes like a lot of men treat women. You're too much in your head. You told me that your head feels swollen. Your consciousness is expanding. Your your thoughts are on echolocation like a bat. A bat sends out signals, listens for them to come back, and then knows how to navigate in this world. That's what you're doing with your friends, which is not healthy. They're your friends enough to the point where you feel safe and you do trust them on a certain level, which is good. But it's really interesting that you treat your friends how a lot of people, how a lot of men treat women. I'm not saying that you're gay or anything like that, or that you, but you care about their opinion so much. Do you think they're more valuable than you? Do you think they're more confident than you? Do you think that you can't get any other friends than them? Do you think that they are more cool than you or that you can't replace them? There's 7 billion people in this world. Whether you live in a big city or a small town with less than 100,000 people, whether you think your friends are too cool for you or not, you're treating them like that. You don't feel comfortable around you should probably feel more comfortable around your guy friends. Or even, you didn't say they were guy friends, so they could be, that could be a room full of females for all I know. But you feel more comfortable around your girlfriend and by yourself than them. You feel so grounded and at home and at peace with your girlfriend. You probably had sex with her. You probably have seen her vulnerabilities. You probably have shown her how vulnerable you can be in certain physical and emotional situations. So what you should do is show them how vulnerable that you can be. They're not gonna think you're a bitch if they're people that you need to be hanging around with. But just open up to them a little bit. Do you feel like they don't like you or they can't like you if they see certain sides of you? Because I can almost guarantee you that whether you want to marry your girlfriend or take her to a different level in your life, no homo again, but that your guy friends will last a lot longer because they're so similar to you and that you can show yourself to them. They're not going to be like, oh, this guy's a homo, fuck him. But your girl would be a lot quicker to do that because she doesn't understand you 100%. She's not a guy. And I'm not saying that it's better for you to have your guy friends than your girlfriends. I'm just saying that you can push certain boundaries a lot further with these guy friends. If they are guy friends, again, you didn't say if they were guy friends or not. But they're not gonna think you're a pussy or uncool because I can guarantee you that you've shown them whatever you don't want to show them. You've shown them that in some way or another. So they know that you're a real human being and you feel every emotion. So what you need to do is to make yourself more vulnerable. They like you, they know what you're made of, they know that you're this and that. But guys are not as good as sensing your realness as females are. So show them how real you are, show them what you're really made of. They're not gonna think you're a bitch, they're not gonna think this and that of you. Be real with them. They're gonna appreciate you a lot more. That's it. It's DNA for sure. Peace. Be you.